play of the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring! Bob Stasnico gonna find Rainer!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. Tonight, we're going to bring you some Division C West action from Would Tap That and Team Rainbow Strike Go. And tonight, I am joined by the Nexus Cats captain, the PROBIUS captain, the Roll1 Esports captain. Is that all of them?
Until the chicken nuggets tell me yes or no for sure, yes.
So, the list of various teams' captains, Lulu.
Hey, it's me.
It's a me, Mario. Alright, so we've got these two wonderful teams that we're going to be watching tonight. Swap team. It looks like we're still missing a couple people here. But that's okay, because we got some game info for you guys to check out. Let's take a look at our map bans here first.
Let's.
Alright, so from Would Tap That, we had the bans on Sky Temple and Towers of Doom. For Team Rainbow Strike Go, we've got, let's see, the bans on Tomb of the Spider Queen and Brax's Holdout. And our first game, selected by Team Rainbow Strike Go, is Volsky Foundry. And for what it's worth, TRSG did win the coin toss, so they specifically wanted map pick. Checking in on our standings here, so Would Tap That sitting at 22 points at the top of C West. Team Rainbow Strike Go currently sitting with 5 points at 9th place, so they've got a bit of a climb to go to get into that 8th place here that has 11 points, so can't start that climb without a single victory, so this is the time to make that happen.
It's true. It's time for Team Rainbow Strike to go.
Where are they going to go?
To the top, Aero. That's where they're going.
I don't think they can get to the top.
At least into 8th place, because that's all you need to make playoffs, and then you just beat the 1 seed, and yep, that's all you got to do. Easy strats, just win.
Yeah, exactly, just win. Just as I tell my raiders in WoW, if nobody dies, we will kill the boss. So there you go. That being said, that is not a strategy that necessarily wins you the game on.
I was gonna say, that doesn't 100% mean you're gonna win in HOTS. It would certainly help a lot if you didn't die, but
yeah,
doesn't mean you kill the boss here. You know, the other team could kill the boss too.
Yep, I've seen games where the team won with no kills. What are you doing? Let's see, draft. You know, it's been a long time since I've hit draft. It's been like 3 days.
Minutes?
It was Monday night, I think, right? Yeah, it was Monday night.
Yes.
Yeah, because we started the new raid this week. And
how did it feel to go 3 days without casting? Was that really weird for you?
You know, I had the shakes and, you know, all that stuff.
You can quit anytime you want.
Exactly. Alright, we're starting with the GREYMANE ban, so still, you know, I gotta say Oriel's still very strong, even with these slight adjustments to her kit, to her Resurrect. So I expect exactly that.
The real question is, who is their second ban going to be?
it could very well be Deathwing.
It could be. They are playing Would Tap That is the thing. dot dot.
Indeed. So we will just have to see what we get out of Team Rainbow Strike Go. I'm just typing in all the names, waiting on the. All right. Now, Volskaya is a point control map. So, I mean, if it works, carry your entire team on the shoulders of a little mecha dude.
Yeah, a little Protoss, perhaps.
I'm gonna be surprised if they don't first pick it. They usually do, right? Like every time that we've seen it, pretty much. All right. Well, I mean, they have a 2-3, and it's unlikely that Rainbow Strike Go is gonna take it.
Man, wouldn't that be a fun plot twist?
It would be.
For those of you that are confused, Flims is a Lost Vikings one trick. Plays it every chance he gets.
You're fired. There it is.
Hey!
Now, if Team Rainbow Strike Go did any scouting whatsoever, they knew this was coming.
So hopefully they're a team with a plan, right?
Exactly. So the real question is, what is that plan? They're more concerned about the miscellaneous Deathwing threat than they are about Probius. That's saying a lot.
Just stay out of the warp rifts, right? Easy.
Exactly. Gonna see how you I haven't been writing these down.
What are you doing, Aero?
Tail.
And a Mal'Ganis ban from Would Tap That.
Alright, there we go. Now I got them written down. We got Volsky Foundry. Alright then. Who's out there in chat? I wonder. I think I can see who's in chat. There's a way to do it, but I can't remember how. Did this? Users in chat. There we go. Who's out there? That's a longer list than it looks like. Oh, we're gonna see some Lily. I'm not sure that's the answer.
Lily is always the answer, Aero. We've been over this before.
Yeah. Oh,
Triple S hero.
Who is this Lulu Heroes in the chat?
That's actually me. It's not the imposter that was roaming around last week.
True. That was very interesting. All right, so what is it gonna be? So I think they're going into another support. Honestly, I don't think that Lily brings enough healing to this, and I think that it's got to be somebody for burst. So maybe they go into an Uther.
Drum roll. They showed you.
Sure did. I mean,
that's basically Uther.
That's interesting. So Tracer's just kind of left without any real strong support. She doesn't have the Malfurion. She doesn't have the Tassadar. Heck, even a Stukov to throw a Q on her to go in. If she gets, I don't know. I mean, she's just deleted if Probius gets Warp Rifts.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the plan's just, her to circle around harassing Probius, and there's not a lot he can do.
Alrighty, well, we're gonna go ahead and put up a poll in chat. Who wins game number 1? Is it gonna be Would Tap That, or is it gonna be, oh, such a long name, Team Rainbow Strike Go? Who do you think's gonna win? Hit the down arrow, select the team you think's gonna win, and then hit vote.
And now that we're done with draft, let's Team Rainbow Strike go into this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say I wouldn't tap that with a 10-foot pole. All right, anyways, let's get our teams introduced. Why don't you go ahead and start?
Or would tap that. We've got Shadonis on the Anduin, Colonel Pants on Leoric, Pet Wolverine on Chromie, Mongoose on Johanna, and Tlims on Probius. Aero.
All right, over here for Team Rainbow Strike Go, we're gonna have Kingleberry on the Rexar, Howlin' Knight on the Lily, Robert on the ETC, Silver playing the Tracer, and Jaina Killerfry kind of hanging out. B. Ayler, Conla. What? I'm confused by that. Anyways, what do we got out of these? Oh, we got a stun onto, was it Leoric? Yeah. Wraith walks out, but not gonna get very far as Tracer's gonna get that kill. And Tracer getting a couple of shots from Chromie to the face as well.
Did you just say dance with the ugly?
Could be like the ugly dance.
Maybe.
Or something. Or the hero.
Hello, Tracer. Goodbye, Tracer.
So, alright, so what do we got? We got Renew out of the Anduin. We got the Consume Vitality, so that's alright, interesting. Okay, you got Rexar, so getting some extra bodies and trying to, you know, drain off of the Misha. Chat says would tap that 67%, although Leoric gonna get stunned there. Misha juking the spooky hand. You love to see it. But anyways, so we got Chromie's going into, once again, the first time, so she'll eventually have that third clone. I guess second clone, she's the third one. We've got the Warp Rift resonance there, for that extra burst of damage. Also eventually getting a third rift. And Iron Skin for Johanna.
Ruh-roh.
Yep. So, alright, with the kill, we're going to see the rotation in onto the support camp here. ETC is nearby, but there's not a lot they can really do on this. Rexar still in the bot. Their only damage is Jaina. Although Tracer now does have the Pulse Bomb. Kills currently sitting at 101. So we've got the block party from ETC as well, so that'll help primarily against the Leoric swings.
Wait, who died for would tap that? Did I miss that?
Leoric, right at the beginning of the game.
Oh.
It was the first thing that happened.
I was there for that.
Yeah. Alright, we got Fingers of Frost here for Jaina, working on those globes. It's going to be the melee ability Pulse Strike, increasing the charge on Tracer's Pulse Bomb. And then free drinks. Yep, for the Lily, and the swoop upgrade, Bird of Prey, doing extra damage to those minions, helping to get that wave clear. But the first point is coming up. We had ETC looking at it, but he's going to go ahead and stall out the lane. Never mind, he's going to come dance on the point. Bring those minions with him. I told you, he's going to dance on the point.
Yeah. With Probius, you get free turrets on your team, even if you don't have the map-specific ones.
And there's the power.
Oh, man.
If those Warp Resonance stacks had come in earlier, like, that would be a dead ETC, because that would have been another couple hundred damage.
The time stop setup for Probius combo. It's just... It's pretty nasty. Not fun to be the enemy team.
I wonder how many times Probius has actually been banned against that, against would tap that. It feels like not many. Leoric's gonna Wraith walk out as here comes ETC getting the power slide onto Johanna. She's got the Iron Skin. They also do have that biotic emitter, so it's the red team falling very low here, and Jaina gonna get taken out as well as Misha. Biotic emitter used to keep the rest of would tap that nice and healthy, as they're gonna get the first protector of this game. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of potential setup here. This is basically a, you know, it's
Oh.
Careful of the lasers. Anyways, And that was actually, I do want to point out, that was a good laser too. That was not a perpendicular laser, that was along the wall. So that was just tracer, just like this one. Perfect, perfect. Who's playing, who's driving? So that's Probius. All right, so Thames, your laser's on point. Way to go, buddy.
It's still Tlim.
Look at that laser right there. It hits the tower right here, hits the keep. These lasers are so good. Protector down, and pretty good value out of that. Got the full wall, got the healing well also. And
Yeah,
now
the wall drops pretty fast when you just put the laser directly on top of the wall.
Indeed. Oh, here we go. We've got the time trap. ETC's going to get in there and steal away the XP. Also gets the biotic emitter here. The slowing sands keeping Jaina pretty stuck. It is going to be March of the Black King here for LEORIC. There's the null gate. Blessed Shield coming out. Here comes the light bomb as well. March of the Black King. That's a double kill-ish. Yeah, there's the double kill. They also got the kill on Namisha, was the confusing part there.
Janitor LEORIC going in to clean up that kill on Jaina.
So, would tap that, makes their way down. Pick up another fortification camp here, so they'll have turrets on turrets on turrets. And
also a Probius for turrets.
Well, that's where I was including, yeah. So turrets on turrets plus pylons. There we go. That's what we'll call it. Uh-oh. Ektar's coming in with some kind of sheep in chat.
You don't even know what kind of sheep it is.
I have no idea.
Even I have more respect for Wooloo than that Aero.
I mean, it's a sheep.
It is. It's really not a Pokemon. It's just a sheep. But, you know, we let them have their dreams.
Oh, PROBIUS getting the power slide, but the team not quite in position to follow up, which is unfortunate because that could have been a real easy kill, too. Light Bomb is going to go out and delete Jaina.
Speaking of easy kills.
Yikes. Yeah, if the team was a little bit closer there, PROBIUS could have been caught and taken out, but just not quite in the position they needed to be. I'm not sure that they could have been either. Mongoose going in on the Johanna here. They've got those warp rifts positioned to defend. And the null gate, so the null gate does do a little bit of damage, so it's not just like when he dropped it there, it's not doing nothing. It does get damage on that fort, and they don't have to stay there for that. Level 13's online for Wood Tap that. Any other interesting picks? So they do have the Water Elemental. My guess is that they want to get that out onto like the Probius or the Chromie to try to keep the pressure going in that back line. Because you got a couple of unstoppables in this front line. They're chasing down LEORIC, but he's able to get out. The siege camp is going to be able to put a little bit of pressure here into this top lane. But catapults every once in a while will pretty well stall it out. So Rainbow Strike Go just doing what they can to clean up the lanes, get their level 13s. And with the healing camp coming up, that's going to give Wood Tap that another item here soon.
Oh, Misha Bear.
Misha's fine. But she is a target that ultimately... Alright, a little bit of a dance with the bio emitter there. Ultimately can stack that Warp Rift. And I think he's gotten the damage, but not the third. Yeah, that's correct. So the damage on Warp Resonance went up by 100, getting halfway completed there. But all the while, Red Team sets up the bot lane. Oh, check it out, the BlizzCon banner. All right.
Have you been to BlizzCon before?
Once or twice. But the wall already down. Here come the boars. We do have both Anduin and Probius in the protector here. Blessed Shield went out onto ETC, and a lot of damage going into this red team here. Biotic Emitter coming out again. And it's going to be ETC going down there to the Protector as Jaina as well. Colonel Pan's very, very dead. Yep, Water Ellie getting that final value and also giving Jaina the Ice Block. So this is a keep for sure. Oh man, that recall
I thought Tracer was gonna die.
I thought she did die. That laser went off at the same time as the recall, and I thought she just died. I was about to call that a death. And in fact, I was gonna say with Tracer dead, they might be able to push, but they're all up. They're good. And rotating in once again. This is the time for them to try to get a fight before the level 16s. Lily is a little bit behind.
Oh, no.
ETC's gonna go in, gets a mosh. Light Bomb is coming out, so he's taken out. Jaina gets the ice block here. Nullgate isn't gonna land, but the Blessed Shield will. Jaina no longer has that ice block, so has to get away, and Tracer catching just the tail end of some damage there, but is gonna be able to make it out. And it's a tough place to be because both of the front line here are, I mean, they're unstoppable, quite literally, right? And so ETC getting a power slide over them doesn't necessarily bother them that much, especially with the Anduin Light Bomb to negate the mosh pit. So getting into this backline is 100% on Tracer, and she can just fold and die because they don't really have any way to support her.
Yeah, the other bad thing there was that there were 2 warp gates waiting on the point for ETC to slide into and just explode.
Yeah. Strange dropping that turret bot lane just now on the conveyor belt. I didn't see that. Oh, it's not there now. It's expired. Let's see here. Level 16's up for the side of Would Tap That. And they're looking at the bio emitter once again. Now the next control point, I mean, it's bot lane. Team Rainbow Strike Go already has that bottom fort down. They did kind of trade a keep for it. They are now level 16s here. So in some ways they have an advantage here, right? They can... What are we doing? Are we looking for their siege camp? No? Maybe looking for a flank to come in, but they had vision, so... Alright. So, back to the point here. So the siege camp has been taken. They did do that. But they're just waiting on that, because that top lane is empty. That's going to give Rainbow Strike Go some pressure coming into them there. I think I like this, but Jaina, you need to be with the team.
Uh-oh.
Condemn interrupted the mosh pit, but there's a no gate, and now ETC and Misha going down here. March of the Black King coming into the back line, but LEORIC's all by himself. But it's all the same thing that I just mentioned earlier, which is that, I mean, LEORIC and Johanna just don't care. They have the ability to heal or shield themselves and go unstoppable, so they can be in the back line, not worrying about the Jaina slows. While ETC gets obliterated by this PROBIUS Chromie combo.
It was also unfortunate having Jaina being down in the lane when that started, so she wasn't there to put in any damage until kind of the fight was already over.
Yeah, I mean, ETC was dead before she even got there. So, and you need, like, ETC went in for a mosh pit. You need the Jaina combo. Like, Tracer's not going to do anything into that. Tracer is one person. You need that big Blizzard Cone of Cold value. Did she take... yeah, they've got the armor penetration too, so really important. They're looking for something pre-20 here. So the Unstoppable going out, and Light Bomb just hitting the ETC, but ETC, there's the mosh pit. But it turns out when you're standing still, it's easy to hit you. March of the Black King coming in. Rexar gonna use his feigned death, but with so many heroes going down, it's just Lily to defend. And okay, they're gonna get the. They're gonna push up this lane. They're gonna get the protector. They have level 20s. I think they probably could have just hit the sidewall and gone straight to core, but protector's up.
Lily's still no deaths, by the way. OP hero.
Yep. I think that's exactly what that means. All right, so protector coming in has the Probius and Anduin inside once again, just like we saw at the beginning. Bottom keep is now down. And this is it. This is the last hurrah for Team Rainbow Strike Go. They don't have the Anduin, they don't have the Probius. So if they can get some kills here, there's a good start onto both the front line. LEORIC's gonna get taken out. Iron Skin used on Johanna. There's the Indestructible as well. So she's, at least for now, gonna make it. But can Tracer get in? Oh, Boars might be enough. Not quite. But now Tracer's gonna go
just
down.
for Chromie. No.
Yeah, yeah. Rexar gonna fall next. Robert looking like the ETC gonna be the third. And now they started off with a solid defense, killing the LEORIC. But with the catapults coming in top lane, with the protector here, this is gonna be game number 1. Going over to wood tap that. Anduin just got out, left it to Probius to keep hitting the core with lasers. Alrighty then.
Do you think that Probius is extra good in the Protector because he's a robot and the Protector's a robot?
No.
Oh, okay. Just thought I'd ask.
Yeah, sure. So we didn't get a whole lot of level 20 action from both teams, but you know, we did have the Desperate Prayer here and the Death March, so that final swing throwing out all kinds of life drain. The Piercing Sands, of course, just, I mean, we saw a lot of that in that last fight. And shoot 'em up. This is a fun talent to see. So when he throws his Q into the Warp Rift, it causes 4 additional pulses from the impact location. So it hits and then it does a little burst. And then of course the Indestructible. So, alright. I think every single game that I've cast of Wood Tap That this season, the opposing team has let the Probius through for the first game. I think maybe one they didn't.
I heard Probius was banned when they played Lurk Patrol.
Well, that would be interesting.
That's not Lurk Patrol.
They're
That's
not
the
in
wrong
the
division.
same.
Dang it, who was it? Someone told me that.
Was it?
Optimer, maybe?
I was gonna say, was it CCS?
Might have been.
Because they're in the same division.
Sorry, Ektar. My bad. I know what division you're in, I promise.
We can look. Let's see. Go to the replay browser. All right, they want first pick, so. All right, so let's look. So there was. Oh, you know what? I bet Clouded Minds banned it out. Let's take a look at that one. Clouded Minds. We don't have ban information because they probably had to restart the game. Okay, they're gonna go to Infernal Shrines.
An NGS classic.
Okay, so Clouded Minds did not ban out Probius in the second game. Which means they probably didn't ban it in the first game either.
Probe was banned first game with
see.
Cloud Mind, says Zultos.
Okay. Let's see. Lobby. Yeah, because that information is not showing on the replay browser. Oop. let's see. Have they played CCS? They did. Bahamut cast that. I feel like they did get PROBIUS. Oh no. Nope, it got banned in game 1. And it got banned in game 2. So there you go. CCS doing their scouting saying, no, not today. Alright, let's get these people on the right teams. Set this up. Let's see, they wanted first pick, so this is... There we go. Alright, looks like everything's ready here. Alright, so first pick went over to Team Rainbow Strike Go. I think that PROBIUS is one of their 2 bans. I don't know who the other one will be. I mean, they might look at getting rid of Chromie, but I think Chromie is mostly picked to go along with the PROBIUS. What do you think?
Yeah, I probably agree on that. I really think that right now, first pick is where you want to be. With how strong Ariel is in Deathwing, he's still both kind of new and kind of strong, question mark. I haven't played against him since the patch came out a couple days ago, but there's a couple really strong heroes, and also PROBIUS exists in this game. So that's kind of 3 things you don't want to see if you're Team Rainbow Strike Go, and so taking that pick put them in a little bit of a bad spot in that last game. So hopefully this will be a little more favorable to them, since they can just ban out the PROBIUS and hopefully get one of those pretty strong heroes.
Alright, well, the teams are ready to go, so we're going to start this game. Actually, maybe... Should double check. Those are on other teams, right? Yeah, they are. Okay. Had a game once where I asked if everybody was ready, and multiple people said they were ready, but it was all from the same team. It's like, all right, guys, I don't need all of you to sit. One person from your team is enough.
Aero, you asked if they were ready, and they told you they were ready.
Indeed, indeed. I need to adjust my camera on the draft screen. I'm gonna do that now. Because I seem to have... Is this it? Yeah, this is it. I think... Oh, nope, that's not it. This is it. I think if I do this... There we go. Now it doesn't look like my head is just... Actually, I'm probably a little too far. Oh well. This is better. Oriole gonna be the first ban. They don't even want to have the chance. They don't want to pick it up. They don't want to deal with it. If PROBIUS isn't their second ban, like... I think I quit.
It's gotta be, surely.
Like, there's literally nothing else to talk about. If this is not PROBIUS...
Right. Here we go, Aero. 3, 2, 1.
I'm leaving. Why take first pick if you're gonna ban Oriole and Deathwing? Like, that's the whole value of being first pick.
So 3 out of these 4 bans are looking very familiar from the last game that we saw.
All 4 of them are.
Oh, was it Kilthos too? My bad. Anduin switching teams this time though. PROBIUS first lock in from Wood Tap at coming immediately, and they do have the Johanna again.
All right, they have to ban the Chromie then. Chromie sets this up too well, especially on a map like this where you're coming in from a couple of directions at best.
Aero, don't you know that teams never listen to the casters? Please. Please. Okay, so we're getting the GREYMANE and the Vala from Team Rainbow Strike Go here.
All I'm seeing are
So
dead targets.
okay.
GREYMANE's gonna dive in, he's gonna get deleted by warp rifts. Vala's gonna just stand anywhere and she's gonna disappear from the map before she even knows what happens. I'm so frustrated right now. I'm so triggered. I mean,
I hadn't noticed. You're hiding it very well.
those warp rifts obliterated ETC. Okay, guys, we're cool now. At least we got the Chromie Van.
Aero's blood pressure is gonna drop a little bit. And
No, it's definitely not. I'm still triggered over the PROBIUS. I can't believe that got through.
You broke the NGS casting bot, Team Rainbow Strike Go. I hope you're proud.
They did it on purpose. You know that, right? They were like, Aero wants us to ban PROBIUS.
I can feel it.
How do we make his life completely just... Oh, okay.
What?
Okay. I'm on this train.
Yeah? Are you moved on now? Or you're happy again?
I'm on this train, because Octograb would wreck Probius's backside.
His shiny metal butt.
But I
The
don't...
Garrosh.
I don't know. I mean, it's still a tall order, because he has no health. And there is no cleanse on the side of Would Tap That. So Murky's going to have to find the right place and time to get in there. And it's going to be a Rainer. Just to throw that out there at the end.
Alright, so how you feeling, Aero? Do you feel like you can cast this game now?
I mean, of course. I can always cast the game.
I can cast in my sleep, darn it.
Alright. Poll is up in chat. Who do you think's gonna win? Is it gonna be Would Tap That with Probius, or is it gonna be Team Rainbow Strike Go? As an impartial observer, I'm just gonna say it's a very uphill battle for Team Rainbow Strike Go. But you know what? The sweeter the victory when they succeed.
Right. Just imagine how much fun they're gonna have watching this cast when Team Rainbow Strike Go wins this game.
Right?
You have to eat literally all the words that came out of your mouth.
Exactly. They're gonna come back and watch this and be like, that Aero. See? This is why we do this. But anyways, let's introduce these teams. Take it away, Lulu.
For Would Tap That in this game too, we've got Shidonis on the Stukov, Colonel Pants on Rexar, Pet Wolverine on Rainer, Mongoose on Johanna, and Tlims on the PROBIUS once again.
All right, and for Team Rainbow Strike Go, we got
Jeez. Sorry.
We got Howlin' Knight on Anduin, Garrosh gonna be played by Robert, Silver on the Vala, Killer Fry on GREYMANE, and Murky played by Kingleberry.
Okay, but you saw Garrosh lose a quarter of his health from a single warp rift, right?
Yeah, but Garrosh doesn't have a lot of health, so that's not a surprise. It's when he gets, you know, I mean, it's still gonna be a lot of damage, but...
I mean, we were like 10 seconds into the game and just a fourth of his health was gone.
Yeah.
From one ability arrow.
Yeah, but that's not a big surprise. So Rainer gonna hit that penetrating round, knocking the team back.
Danger bush. There's gonna be so many danger bushes on this map.
I don't even want to look at the poll. Yeah, okay. Poll happened.
There was
Alright.
one vote, and it was for Would Tap That, since Arrow's over it.
I mean, it was one vote. So,
There was one.
you know.
What is Murky doing? What?
Murky is gathering bribe stacks. So on Murky, if you find that you are going up against somebody who can kill your pufferfish, one of the easy ways that you can get them is to just sneak around behind the wave. Get the wave behind the tower, in between where the fort and keep are, and then there you go, you get stacks.
This looks like a pretty degenerate strat to me, Aero.
The other thing this does is it means that your minion wave gets all the way up to the fort every time. Alright, so the aggressive camp invade here from Would Tap That, as they see that Murky and GREYMANE are both in the top here. So they can be aggressive, right? They can go up against the Anduin, Garrosh, Vala. Vala doesn't have a huge amount of damage at this point. She's going into that multi-shot build, so that's going to help with the point. Yeah, I'm like, we're not going to follow Murky for every death. Alright, so this is an interesting place to hide your egg. How many bribe stacks does he have? 8, I think. He has no bribe stacks. Alright, so he's gonna go try to gather the minions here. And I feel like he's... yeah, he's... Alright, so if you want to know how to get bribe stacks, depending on what level 4 you get, which he's got Living the Dream, basically what you have to do is you have to hit Q, you have to pause for a moment, so you throw out that slime, pause for that moment, then drop your pufferfish, then Q them again. That's how you get stacks. So if you don't do that, then you won't kill the minions, you won't get stacks, and then no value. Johanna's gonna get thrown into the team. Garrosh gonna take some Warp Rift. Leap of Faith gonna get Garrosh with 19 health, but it doesn't matter. PROBIUS is like, hey, you know what? I got these little projectiles.
Also, I can snipe people. Thanks, PROBIUS.
Minion wave is gonna make its way to the wall, so Vala's gonna get some damage here onto this tower. And Murky, once again, gonna grab these. See, look at that. You gotta slime first. He's getting some of them now because he's got that additional, that full spell power. But you can see even 3 of those did not get killed.
Yes.
But this is going to be a mid fort here. Now, Murky's not going to do a lot early game. So for Team Rainbow Strike Go, they've got to get to that midpoint. They've got to get at least to the level 10 and not lose the game before then. Like, they may not lose the game, but they may lose enough of the game that it's going to be nearly impossible for them to come back.
Right. By the way, co-caster Luna has joined us now.
All right. All right, so Murky, once again, going to the graveyard.
Has temporarily left us.
Our kill count still 1-0. As Would Tap That rotating down into the bot lane, Misha giving some hatred over to Vala. And PROBIUS just daring Vala to come in, just saying, hey, you know what, the water's fine. Oh, by the way, PROBIUS... oh, never mind, I thought he had an extra one, but it just went away.
Telling you, danger Vince.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go into a bush with PROBIUS on the other team. So, alright, Murky did get the Shaman camp here. And he cleared out the waves, so that's gonna push a little bit onto those walls. And they are getting some value in the top lane. The top Punisher is coming up here soon.
Oh.
Oh,
I made the mistake of looking away.
Yeah, almost got the auto attack that would have killed Garrosh too, but not quite there. So, Would Tap That is now making their way in the bot lane with level 10s. So that they can put counter push what the Murky is doing here. He's still grabbing some XP, trying to get these minions between the fort and keep. He, once again, finishing that Live in the Dream, getting that full 50... actually, it's 25% spell power when he is all the way completed there.
Oh.
Garrosh getting the pimp hand, pushing him all the way back to the wall. And the second structure here down in favor of Would Tap That. Now, I'm kind of amazed that we haven't seen this egg get caught yet.
It's a very bold egg. Especially when that first point was right there.
Yeah.
But, you know, just don't retreat towards the egg and they won't find it. Easy.
So...
Oh, GREYMANE in the bush. It's a little... Okay, he gets out. That's fine. That's the smart move there. What's wrong, Aero?
They had one job. They have no cleanse, and they took March of the Murlocs.
Oh.
All right, Tom gonna go out onto Misha. Misses Mongoose because of the Iron Skin. We've got the Null Gate here. Misha sitting onto the garage. He's gonna get pushed away. Murky is not here, so this is a 4v5. And basically the rest of the game now is 4v5. Macro pressure is the only thing that Murky can provide. And sure, he gets this Murloc, but it does 0 to anything. He's now dead. Misha getting thrown, but now Garrosh in a bit of danger. Does get the Leap of Faith, the Cursed Bullet coming out. GREYMANE toast.
Oh, did he just get saved by Stukov? Maybe? Nah, he still doesn't get out of this.
Yeah, just a moment.
Just long enough to stagger death. Although it's Murky, never mind.
Yeah. So this, for 20 seconds now, is all about would tap that as they have no GREYMANE and they have no Murky ultimate. So yeah, so okay, so all they're basically getting out of the Murky now is the ability to clear lanes quickly. If they're gonna do that, they have to have their 4-man 100% together, and Murky just has to be soaking lanes back and forth, picking up camps, providing pressure, and being a menace. And at this point, he's done that to a degree, but as we can see, it's, you know, 2 structures down to half of one. The silence coming onto Garrosh. He can't even move. Dude got locked down so hard. Between the Punisher and the... I think Blessed Shield came out onto that. The Stukov maybe had a root. GREYMANE going to get caught by that silence as well, but does get the Leap of Faith out. And the jump over onto Howland Knight. Anduin able to stay alive there for just the right amount of time to get away. Pull the Punisher all the way back, and that's going to get it cleared. Interestingly enough, from Rexar, so last game we saw the swoop. For this game, we're seeing the flare. So getting that vision. Murky going to pick up another camp here as his egg is caught, and could be in a bit of a pickle now. Does have that safety bubble, so he's able to get the movement speed. Okay.
You hate to see it, Aero.
So Slippery When Wet gives you 50% additional movement speed. It also reduces the cooldown on his bubble. So it's just, you know, he might not have been able to see the Null Gate that was coming up too, so that's fine. Segatai, I'd like to think Aero just debated turning off the cast once he saw March. I debated that when the second ban was Deathwing and the first ban was Oriel. But, you know. You gotta believe!
Team Rainbow Strike, go. I just want you to know that I love you. If Aero is a little bit broken right now, I'm sure he loves you deep down also.
Oh, I love casting him. I really do. I just wish they would have banned the Probius. Or, like, I really believed... Oh, there's the Blessed Shield missing, and GREYMANE just slipping right past the Null Gate, thanks to that fairly small hitbox there. But I believed when I saw the Murky. I was like, oh, Octograb does so much with this. Let's make this happen. But it didn't happen. But Murky, getting the top
getting the
lane
forward up top
does get that. So that at least equalizes the top lane. Now he's just got 2 more forts to take.
And that also helps Team Rainbow Strike go with their experience. So they got some of those periodics coming in.
That is true. That is true. So they got a 20% bonus. Right now, a 60% bonus for Would Tap That. So not quite as much of a loss on that. Johanna coming in has the Condemn with the Punish. Garrosh getting a big taunt, is able to get out of the Warp Wrist, so he didn't take a big burst of damage, but not enough follow-up here. Rain of Vengeance coming out onto the Johanna, but she has the Iron Skin, and the Keep lives? How much health does this have?
78 health.
Wow. And they're looking for Murky. And Murky, once again, kind of a danger egg.
Danger egg.
All right,
There's a song
so
for that, apparently.
one more danger bush here.
The danger bushes really stress me out, to be honest. I get really nervous that people are going to walk into them.
As you should. Here comes the silence. Misha sitting onto the Anduin. The light bomb going out onto Garrosh here gives him a big shield, so he's able to get a big heal as well. Misha going to be taken out. Good place to start, but a lot of damage going in onto the Garrosh with the silence. He is able to get out, but does Vala? No. The auto attacks from Rexar. Why did that? All right. I don't know why it said that Vala's Live in the Dream quest was turned off, because that's Murky.
I feel kind of bad for the Garrosh for Team Rainbow Strike Go. He gets in and he gets big taunts, but they don't have any other sort of front line to be in there, so he's always very alone.
Well, Rexar did manage to take the top fort. Can GREYMANE catch up? No, not really. And I was gonna say, and PROBIUS is coming up now too. Welcome, Valkymer.
Here comes the probe. Do 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 do.
This is a PG-13 stream. I don't think you're allowed to say things like that.
PROBIUS.
Oh. All right. Well, Vala gonna get deleted. Punisher jumping right in. Garrosh gonna get taken out as well.
Delete.
March of the Murlocs coming in from behind, but you know, Stukov's able to just kind of heal everybody up from that damage, and Misha coming back in, looking for the Anduin. Murky gonna get taken out by the Punisher, and now his egg's pretty far away, so he's not gonna be back into this fight. The Punisher, like, stopping to kill every minion one at a time.
He hates minions. He's got to kill them all.
And look at this. Look at this. Slacker Probius, 19 out of 20 stacks on Warp Resonance. What is this garbage? I mean, that's enough. That tells me why they didn't ban it, because they didn't need to.
Kills this game 8-1. Very low kill game all around.
Yeah, and it's just because, you know, they needed more. Like, the Murky didn't give them enough of what they needed. They had GREYMANE going into the lane. They had, you know, Vala, Garrosh, Anduin trying to fight against 4 heroes, and it just wasn't enough. Bonus interview. All right, we will check in and see if we can get an interview here.
But you know, when your conventional strat doesn't work against the PROBIUS, they went with something you see a little bit less of with the Murky. So, you know, gotta give them credit for that. Going a little outside the box with that one.
Again, I was made a believer, and then I just lost all faith. So, Rainbow Strike Go, I love you guys. You're awesome. I've cast several games. I just I gotta say, like, watch a game or two every time. Every cast that we've had, it's the same thing. It's just, oh, all right, let's let Probius through. How did our tank just go from 100 to 0? Nobody knows. All right, let's hop over to the lobby.
Sounds good.
Hello!
Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to Shadonis, the captain of Would Tap That, and Victor 2-0 over Team Rainbow Strike Go. How you feeling tonight?
Doing pretty well, doing pretty well.
So you guys got PROBIUS a couple games.
That we did.
So how do you guys feel about the PROBIUS? Is this a new thing you're just kind of trying out? Like, what are you thinking about this? How does it feel to know that nobody cares about PROBIUS at all?
Well, you know, I know it's a bit awkward, and we aren't entirely used to how it feels to work with a pro, but one of our players really wanted to give him a shot, and it seemed to work out all right.
So, we were discussing in the draft, CCS banned out PROBIUS against you, Clouded Minds banned him out apparently one game against you. Is that it? Like, has Thames played PROBIUS every single other game?
Clims.
In general, he has either been... It's always been a banner pick type situation, except for the first game of the season, because we tried to hold it close to our chest, and that went out the window very quickly.
Yeah, I
So I
remember
made
that.
it all of a single game, and then you're like, you know what? Let's try it. And I'm like, oh wait, maybe we should keep trying this. Maybe.
I recall that going something like, hey, they banned out something we wanted, so we just kind of threw things together, and there was an Anubarak and a PROBIUS, and it was absolutely nuts.
The Yeet and Delete was born.
Yep.
But I gotta say, at this point, I'm just tired of seeing it. You know, like, I don't want to see this PROBIUS crap anymore. You guys need to pull something new out. Because, you know, when you go to playoffs, by the time you get to playoffs, everybody's going to know about the PROBIUS. Because they've played you at least once.
We have plans for playoffs.
Oh no.
Excellent. So, okay, let's talk about something other than PROBIUS. So, in the beginning, you guys had, let's see, Volsky Foundry was theirs, so you banned out you banned out first, you had the GREYMANE and Kael'thas, they banned out the Oriole and Deathwing, and then Mal'Ganis and Yrel came into the play after that.
That's right.
So, this is your exact draft even, right? The Johanna, Leoric, Chromie, PROBIUS, Anduin, like, I feel like I've seen that exact draft a couple of times, is that correct?
We've run it, I think, one other time, almost exactly. I think maybe Chromie wasn't there, but I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely something that we enjoy having. The double unstoppable in the front line is very annoying for any ETC to go up against. So it just kind of makes things difficult for him and thus the rest of the team.
So when you guys are building your comp, you know, and like you said, maybe some slight adjustments in there, did you plan this specific draft at the beginning, or did you adjust some of that based on what you saw from them? And how did you adjust that? Was it literally just what you just described? You said, hey, I see ETC, let's take these two tanks? I don't remember how far that was in the draft.
In all actuality, we were actually we were kind of hoping that they'd hold the ETC for last pick. We were actually debating on picking the ETC and then swapping Johanna to the off-lane slot and having both the meta tanks on our team. That was our initial plan.
But then you got the Leoric, and that was a lot of work too.
Yeah, the ETC was picked, and Pants likes Leo into Rexar, so that's what we ran.
Yeah, that makes sense. And we did watch a little bit of that as well. We saw some juking of the spooky hands and some Leoric wraith walking right up onto Rexar, getting some damage there. So we got a little bit of that highlighted. Whereas in game number 2, it was mostly Pet Wolverine versus the Murky and GREYMANE in the top lane. So how did Raynor deal with that? How did he feel, or how did they feel about dealing with that push? And what did the rest of your team feel like when dealing with the balance of their team?
So he was very quiet, so I'm guessing he was pretty okay with it for the most part. He's usually vocal when things are stressing him out and silent when things aren't. But obviously it was 2v1 a lot of the time. As for the rest of the team, we loved it. Every time we saw the two up top, we were just like, alright, so the map's ours to own! And we just walked wherever we felt like walking and took whatever we felt like taking.
Yeah. And so when you saw the Murky pick, let's go back into the draft. So
Okay.
when you saw the Murky pick, what were your thoughts? Because you only had one pick left. It ended up being the Rainer. Did you have any other ideas on like other heroes you might have taken, or thoughts on how this might affect your draft and your style of play?
Actually, it our last pick, we were like 90% sure we were going to pick up Gul'dan. We thought it was going to be great. We were actually debating between the Stukov pick and the Gul'dan pick, and we're really glad that we decided the Stukov pick first, because we didn't think it would matter. It ended up mattering. But yeah, we wanted the Gul'dan just to try and get the extra dominance on the objective. But once we saw the Murky, we picked up the Rainer just to nuke Pufferfish and basically just kind of harass the Murky all game long with a bit more teamfight involvement than Murky.
Sure. All right. And I mentioned it in draft. So they get first pick, and then they ban out Oriole and Deathwing. Was there anything like that you guys like? To me, that just shut down my brain. I didn't know what they valued so highly that they would give away those bans to allow you guys to get the ultimately whatever bans you wanted. Was there any thoughts as you guys were approaching that draft and seeing those bans that that you thought they might go in a specific direction? Obviously they went into the Anduin, but was there anything else you were thinking they were looking at for that?
It definitely seemed like they were looking for something specific, which is part of the reason I banned out the Sonya in the second ban phase. I was a little nervous after I saw the Anduin pick of a Leap Light Bomb. I know that can be quite terrifying to deal with, especially without a cleanse. But that's really all that I was worried about. I wasn't entirely sure what their plan was. I just figured they had something up their sleeves that they were thinking about using.
Sure. All right. Lulu, any questions that you've got for Shadonis?
Not really.
How about this? Shadonis.
Mm-hmm.
Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
I'm not really one to have an opinion on that, in all honesty.
All right, that means you approve.
Pineapple in general, yay or nay?
Pineapple in general is fantastic.
All right, you can stay. You can stay.
Hypothetically, if Would Tap That was looking for a captain that's not really the captain, would you consider me for the job?
Not sure.
Fair enough. No further questions.
His people will call your people. There will be a meeting about things, a referendum, and
I already asked Mongoose once, and he said I had to talk to Shadonis, so I figured I'd take a shot. Break into that Div
Fair.
C market.
This isn't hot shots. You don't just get to take random shots. Jeez.
Shots.
All right.
Shots.
So
At
Shadonis.
least 100% of the shots you don't take, Aero.
That is factually incorrect. So, Shadonis, before we get to shoutouts, any particular moment tonight that you felt was a highlight moment that you wanted to point out, whether it was something you did, your team did, or the opponents did?
Well, game 2, I don't remember when it was, but I had like 2 really killer Stukov routes. One of them was on the Garrosh, and just with him being stunned, then rooted, and the entire time being silenced, I actually felt very mean after, like, the whole thing happened. I was like, yeah, he died! That was mean.
That was the mid Punisher. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. Just like stunned for a year and then still rooted in the silence. That's one of those times when you're at the Garrosh where it's just like, oh, well, I guess I don't get to play the video game today. Okay.
Yeah, I felt very mean, but it was definitely the most memorable moment of tonight.
It was a good moment. From your perspective, it was a good moment. It was a good highlight, but it also is a good highlight showing the power of having CCs at your utility, whether it's the silence with a root, whether it's a blessed shield, making use of the Punisher. All of those things can lock down even a hero like Garrosh, who, I mean, he becomes tougher to kill the lower his health is, and he's still 100 to 0 before he could actually do anything.
Correct.
So, yeah. Cool. All right, well, let's get to some shoutouts.
Well, obviously, once again, shout out to my friends and family who have joined pretty much every game thus far. Shout out to the Misha Bear, obviously. I'm supposed to comment on the fact that even though Probe didn't finish his quest, he still has an 100% win rate.
Aero did call him out on that, by the way.
It did. Absolute trash, Probius. Continue.
And as always, to wrap things up, bow before Kel'Thuzad.
Alrighty then. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Good luck with the remainder of your season. You guys have a pretty strong grasp on first place there and on the playoffs coming up. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Thank you for casting us.
For sure. Are you there?
Yes.
All right, there we go. All right, so that's going to wrap us up because I'm way too tired to even look if there's another match going on. So let's see what is going on out in the Nexus. Bahamut seems to be casting. He's probably doing Dives. It looks like, yes, it is. So yeah, so let's raid on over to there. Lulu, anything you want to say to Twitch chat before we take off for the evening?
Thanks to everybody who came by and watched and hung out and chat. And Aero, you're still wrong. His name is Tims, not Tim's.
Nah, totally Tim's. Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks again for joining us. Have a wonderful evening, and I do have a doubleheader coming tomorrow, so make sure you tune in. I believe it starts at 9 p.m. Eastern between Team Elite and Phoenix Rising Amethyst. That's a Division D East matchup.
Yes.
So you want to make sure you catch that. That's going to be a very important matchup for the number 8 seed, I believe, for D East. So, all right. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you again soon.